All right. What's up, Brazil? What's up, David? What's up, Ross? Good morning, Lindy. What's up, Paul? What's up, Jareed? Just give it maybe 1 to 2 more minutes here. Wait for a couple more people to come on. Yeah, me too, man. What's up, T-Shop? What's up, Jack? What's up, Irvin? What's up, Adrian? I believe it, Enrique. Woo! It gets the people going. I love that song. It seems you guys like it too. All right, so let's get it popping. How do I remove this comment here? Okay. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining myself and Michael. I have not been on a Facebook Live for a while. Michael's been doing a great job at the Coffee with Michael. I've sort of been in the background working on a bunch of other things in the business. I'm actually here in the factory right now. It's always quite a task to build this place out and come up with new products for you guys. But to begin, first, I would like to say thank you so much for being part of this Facebook group. I had my team go do an audit of all of the major Facebook, e-commerce, and drop shipping groups and print-on-demand groups on Facebook. And currently, ShineOn and ShineOn Graphic Design are the #1 and #2 most engaged Facebook groups that exist. So I just want to say thank you for being part of that. Thank you for engaging with us. We will always engage back with you if you're engaging with us. Not only is it about making money, but it's also about having fun in the process. So we're at 17,000 members right now. We actually don't let anybody in. I think that's part of our strategy. We want to try to keep it real and exclusive and not spammy. If you haven't checked out our graphic design group, that's sort of our sister group. Marketers need graphic designers need to pair up with marketers. And so it's a perfect fit. If you need a design for any of your message card products, definitely please check that out, ShineOn Graphic Design. Okay, so like I said, I've sort of been in a season here. I haven't been doing a ton of content, haven't been doing a lot of Facebook Lives, and that's okay. There's a season for everything. There's a season for planting seeds, there's a season for harvesting, and there's a season for reaping the rewards. If you find yourself in a season right now, maybe you're having a little bit of a down period, you just have to act like you're in a specific season. Maybe you're not in the harvest season, maybe you're planting seeds right now in order to reap rewards later. So don't give up hope no matter where you are in the process. You're just in a season right now. Agenda today. Again, there's a lot of new people here that are new to ShineOn. So I'm going to go describe what we are again, describe what we're building, the reasons why we're building this. Michael and I are also going to talk about a few things that we're doing to solve the Facebook changes. A lot of these we've already done, but maybe just haven't talked about them. Just a look back on 2020 and a look forward into the remainder of 2021 and the major initiatives that we have, especially around Mother's Day, and then of course Q4. And then I'd like to talk about some of the new channels that we're working on, company, seller, and personal culture. And then finally, for you that care, what we're attempting to do here locally in the Tampa Bay area. We have a pretty big team here. At one point, we had over 200 people working in the factory, and we have about 50 non-fulfillment staff also. And we have big plans to sort of grow the community in the Tampa area. Okay, so again, what is ShineOn? ShineOn prototypes and launches viral, high-margin, personalized products. That's sort of the niche that we're in. It's sort of the industry sort of started with print-on-demand T-shirts and hats and mugs, and we decided to do alternate products that are still personalized. And if you look at these public companies, Alex and Ani, Things Remembered, Personalization Mall, there's a huge market for these products, even without Facebook or even without direct response. Personalized products they're sort of legacy products. They'll sell all year round. And we have an understanding of that. And for a Facebook marketer and direct response marketer, it's great because those products are modular. There's significant AOV opportunity with personalized products and all the upsells. And that's sort of what we're trying to target here. We're trying to take the customers who would formerly go to the mall and do Things Remembered or go to Personalization Mall in the mall. And instead, we're finding products and offering them to people through Facebook. Okay, so just to reiterate again, ShineOn, I think one of the biggest differences between us and another POD company or dropshipping company is that we're vertically integrated, meaning we do everything from A to Z. So we discover the product, we verify that it is indeed a winner, we prototype it, we automate the production at scale. And that's honestly the hardest part, not screwing up personalization at scale, ensuring that your customer is getting the right order when there's thousands of sellers selling a similar product. And so we felt that the only way to do that was to do our own production and fulfillment. It didn't start that way. Of course, I made a lot of mistakes at the beginning. And I just realized this is only going to work if we have full control. And so, like I said, I'm in the factory here. It's an awesome space that we're building out. You can also watch your orders go out live on Twitch. I'll share that Twitch channel with you in a couple minutes. It was pretty crazy. We had this live stream up in Q4 and we had over 200 people coming in and out, and it was insane. It was a lot of fun. We also provide the pages. So, okay, we felt that we needed to do the production in-house in order to maintain our sanity, in order to stay organized at scale. And the same thing goes with the pages. We actually need to create unique product pages for all of these products in order to get that personalization data back into our admin system and into our factory. So that's why anytime you publish a ShineOn product, it's automatic on the platform that it'll use this page. But if you're using the Shopify app, we offer a ShineOn product template page that is published by default. Okay, one of the benefits of having this sort of control is we're constantly doing CRO tests. So Michael, our CMO, who's on with me, he runs the CRO team. We're doing 3 to 5 new tests every single week, and we actually have a couple new ones that just gave a nice uplift on add to cart And so we'll automatically publish those to those pages. You actually don't need to do anything. Of course, for those of you that don't have the app or don't want to manage your own store or don't want to do your own customer service, we have the platform. And then the final leg of this, the thing that we've been working on for a long time, is actually analytics, better analytics, the easiest to use analytics specifically for our products.
Something that this always reminds me of is like, back in the day when Microsoft and Apple were kind of battling it out, one of the things that gave Apple an edge was they controlled both the hardware and the software, right? Where Microsoft didn't really have that advantage. All the hardware was controlled by various OEMs, and then Microsoft just had kind of Windows. But Apple, given that they controlled hardware and software, they were able to maximize the use of the hardware by the software and vice versa. And I feel like that's one of the things that has set ShineOn apart is we're like the Apple of print-on-demand companies because we control the fulfillment and the product and the platform and the pages and the software. Like all of it end to end is vertically integrated, kind of like you have it outlined here. And that's why like your customers can make a purchase and we can literally ship in the same day in some cases. And it only takes 2 to 7 business days for the product to arrive. It's just unparalleled in our space right now. So I feel like really what ShineOn, and by the way, not only am I a ShineOn employee, I'm a huge ShineOn fan. I was a seller before I was ever an employee. And it's just one of the things that has always mesmerized me a little bit about this company.
Yeah, and we do it all for you guys. I mean, all of this is essentially to protect like your ad account. This is to help you profit more, faster shipping, higher converting pages, having the data at your fingertips. It's all for you guys. Whoops. Next slide. So yeah, we're starting to play with this concept of handcrafted on demand. We started with jewelry because that was the background I personally had, but I'll discuss some of the new products that we're going to be offering soon. And part of the excitement in doing this Facebook Live is just telling you that we're speeding up product development, that we have a whole new team just for that. And we're going to be offering a lot of awesome high margin products that are outside of jewelry, actually. I like to think of us as the direct response version of Etsy. Okay, so we're discovering really viral, personalized products. And we're sort of, I like to say we're liberating these products. We're putting them in the hands of you guys who actually know how to sell them instead of like a little artisan person. And so that's what we're doing, liberating products. We're not solving a problem. I like to think of e-commerce, at least in direct response in Facebook, is being one of 2 lanes. If it's not content-based, if it's a physical product, you're either solving a problem or you're sort of getting an emotional reaction by pulling heartstrings, and that's triggering somebody to purchase. So again, we're not solving a problem here. We're trying to keep it simple, and we're trying to pull heartstrings with buyers. We like to say crying equals cash, or like Michael says, crying equals buying. Okay, and then this is just sort of a map of how the whole thing works. Again, we have the factory here in Florida that I'm in. We have mystery product testing website. I think Michael is running probably 10 new product tests every single week. And so we're finding the winners of the winners. We're prototyping them. And then we're basically setting them up for scale. And then we're distributing them through our platform. So we have over 10,000 people registered and using our platform. And we also have our Shopify app, over 10,000 people. Actually, I think it's way more than that. I think it's like 30,000 that have installed it. But we're doing this all for you guys. We want to make things as simple as possible for you to profit, turnkey profit. And that's why we want to own the entire system for you. Just make it super easy. We're doing like all the research on the products, the product pages. Michael is going to continue to share great content centered around Facebook targeting. And we want to win together. We're literally like 50-50 partners on this. It's not 51-49. We literally couldn't do any of this without you. And so we want to celebrate with you. We're truly brothers and sisters in arms here. Okay, just a couple more slides and then I'll get into the new stuff. Why are we building this? We could be, I could say we're already this already, but I don't want to do that. I think we can always improve, and we have an opportunity to become the premier POD company in the world as far as service, quality, and innovation goes. We have the opportunity to continue to grow a unique seller culture. Thank you guys for being part of that. An opportunity to grow our employees and teach them e-commerce. There aren't a lot of e-commerce companies here in Tampa like there were in New York City where we started. And we really appreciate the opportunity to change people's lives locally, and opportunity to create solid income for everybody involved, especially you guys selling the product. Okay, so this is our Twitch channel. If you guys want to watch our orders go out, we had a really big team here earlier this morning. There's not too many people left today, but it's twitch.tv/ShineOn Fulfillment. What's new in 2021? Okay, so the print-on-demand platforms were kicking ass and working totally fine up until iOS 14 screwed that up. So we used to have 1,000 plus Facebook accounts pointing to ShineOn.com, a single domain. But then domain verification happened. Then Facebook only allowed 8 conversion attribution elements. And so obviously that wasn't going to work. So it forced us to quickly create custom domains. I think we set it up in about a week. There wasn't too much overlap, but this is providing tremendous benefits besides just allowing you to have your own custom domain. Okay. Basically, instead of having everything centralized, everything has now become decentralized. And for those of you that are into crypto right now, you know that decentralized exchanges are better because you just avoid all the bullshit. Your crypto doesn't get locked up by the exchange. Everything you have full control over. And so by us creating custom domains, we're also able to create unlimited root domains underneath. And so that's what anonymous platform node A and anonymous platform node B means. The benefit of creating the custom domains is that we sort of create pools of sellers. Instead of 1,000 people on one account, maybe we put 10 on an anonymous root domain. We put another 10 on an anonymous root domain, 20 here, 50 there. So we're actually reducing potential failure points in the future with Facebook by sort of chopping it up. Michael, did I say that correct? Is there any?
No, you got it, man. So Facebook is just getting super sophisticated, and they're not a huge fan of platforms, and we've created a way to basically change out all the underlying infrastructure of the platform frequently. So we'll never have more than a certain number of individuals on a single underlying server infrastructure. So it just adds this kind of additional layer of obfuscation, however you say that word, to the surveillance and kind of the monitoring of everything that's going on. So basically, it just means everybody's going to stay up. That's kind of the goal here. Everything stays up. Everything stays good. Selling continues all the way through holiday seasons with no interruptions.
It also eliminates bad apples. Like we've had a lot of sellers, obviously, in the past, some bad apples who are running like IP infringement. The benefit of this is if anybody is running infringement before we can find it, it's not going to like screw up the whole domain. You guys have your own custom domains. You're in your own separate pools. We've already started moving a lot of sellers over from the ShineOn monolith into these custom domain pools. And so far, everything's working great. I feel like we maybe need to bring a CTO on next time we explain this. All right. So this is what the custom domain looks like. I mean, it's basically the same thing as ShineOn.com. We're still using the exact same product pages, except it's your custom domain, and then the name also shows here. Everyone is using the same font for now, but we'll allow you to add your own custom logo in there pretty soon. And again, custom domains are actually pretty sweet. Basically, you're getting a whole storefront in a box totally free. We don't charge anything for that. If you went over to Shopify, that's like $80 a month. And what we do is we do all the abandoned cart flows for you. We do email flows, SMS abandoned cart flows. We do the weekly CRO testing for you on your behalf. So we update all of the custom domains automatically, all of those pages. It goes live. Those CRO changes go live on the platform before they go live on the app. We have world-class customer support for all those platform purchases. We also do Facebook and Google retargeting for you automatically free. Yeah, that's honestly the craziest part of using the platform is we've been doing all this free retargeting. We did it all Q4, millions and millions of dollars of free retargeting we've given away. It may not be that forever, but it's still free right now. So feel free to use it. And then finally, the post-purchase upsells. We have a bunch of data to share on that. The post-purchase upsells are raising AOV quite a bit on the platform. We'll show you which apps we actually use if you want to go do that on your own Shopify store.
Hey, I also want to add real quick on the subject of custom domains and some of the changes that are coming. We are working towards getting to a place where when you publish a product, you're going to have multiple product templates that you get to choose from. So you can basically customize the product page itself to better fit your particular product. We're also moving to a place where eventually you're going to be able to have your own actual storefronts so that you'll be able to create kind of a homepage, so to speak, for your specific brand. So you're basically going to have a brand powered by our underlying platform. So we have really big things in the works this year for that.
Analytics. So this is just a snapshot of a new section that we're going to have inside of the platform. We're actually going to provide this for you inside of the app too. The plan right now, what we're working on is actually merging the Shopify app and the platform. So you would just select this little drop down if you want to switch between your own store and the ShineOn platform. You'll have all of your ShineOn specific product data right here. That's really exciting. And something that we're also working on to combat the iOS 14 changes is better Facebook attribution tracking. So I've been working with my friend Alex Becker and his company Hyros. As far as I know, they're pretty much the best people in this space as far as Facebook attribution goes. They have a little widget that you can put inside your ads manager dashboard. But we actually want to pipe in this more accurate attribution data into the ShineOn dashboard as well. So more details on that. It should improve your ROI because you'll have a better understanding of exactly your return on investment with your ad spend.
Yeah. Hey, a few things I'd like to add to analytics real quick. So first of all, some improvements. We're going to allow you to select custom dates with a little date selector above. So you're going to be able to specify date range and all of your analytics are going to redraw. Also, you're going to have analytics pages built for specific products. So you're going to be able to not only see macro level kind of analytics for your entire account, you're also going to be able to go to a product and see product specific analytics. Another thing we're bringing, and if you're an analytics guy, as most of you should be, you're totally going to nerd out with this. I was giddy when I found out we were able to do this. You're actually going to be able to annotate the analytics. So you're actually, like, if you make a change to a product page, let's say you change the product name to put like, almost gone in there and try to imply scarcity, or you change the price on a product, you're going to be able to go into your analytics page, put a date, name the change, right? So you can say, on this date, I changed the price from $39.95 to $49.95. It will actually put a little annotation in the chart, and you're going to be able to track over time whether or not that increased conversions or AOV or whatever particular metric was important to you, or see if it decreased. That, I don't know anybody that does that. I've been looking for software that would do this forever. I track all my stuff in a spreadsheet today. That is coming native out of the box to the platform. So that's going to be huge. And then finally, I just wanted to round out the bit about Hyros. One of the things that Hyros does is it basically allows you to put special link parameters on each of your ads, right? And then if somebody clicks through one of those links, Hyros can track that. It sees that somebody came from that link. And then if they purchase, Hyros can attribute the purchase back to that link click, whether or not Facebook allows that particular metric to pass through due to iOS 14. So it basically gives you not only kind of another way around iOS 14 tracking attribution, right? But it's also just more accurate in general because Facebook drops a bunch of data and things like that. All of that's going to be baked right into your analytics dashboard. So again, at the macro level, you're going to be able to see which of those URLs converted the best, and you'll be able to track the URLs back to product, or you'll be able to go to the product level and see which URLs converted the best for that particular product. So, and the data is also going to be in more near real time than what Facebook has ever provided. So we're super freaking stoked about this in particular.
Yeah, basically Facebook is going back like 5-6 years ago, before they had the pixel. Everybody was doing UTM parameters and specific UTM parameters per campaign to track success. So now, like new sellers, other Facebook marketers that are still relying on the pixel and not leveraging UTM parameters, which is what Hyros uses, they're going to be way behind the 8 ball. So anybody using ShineOn after we launch this analytics feature, you're going to be way ahead of everybody else in print on demand, because you're going to have the most accurate data possible. And I think the data will show that our products and our product pages are converting super well. Okay, so it's a little late, but you guys did super good in 2020. We sold $39.02 million in ShineOn products. Currently, we're on pace to double that. So we're looking at about $80 million in products sold. I still feel like we're really just getting started here. We have some awesome products, but we're going to speed that whole thing up. And there's just so much opportunity out there. I actually think these Facebook changes are going to, they're going to be better. They're going to be better for us. And I'll tell you why. With the Facebook pixel, you could have a hyper niche product. Like if you had a firefighter product for Christian firefighters, that pixel was going to dial in on that audience, and you're going to continue to find more customers like that customer. Now that the pixel isn't as important, and there's a lot of variance going on, the products that will always sell no matter what, even if there's no tracking at all, are going to be family-based products or products with huge general audiences. And that's what most of our products are, right? 95% of people have a family. Most of our top sellers are targeting the family niche. And within the family, you have all these sub niches. You have wife to husband, husband to wife, mother to daughter, dad to daughter, etc. So we're going to be good, not only because of the products that we offer and them being huge general audience-based products, but we're going to give you the better tracking on all of your ad spend too. So 80 million, cool. Maybe it's 100 million. I think we can get there. That would be fucking amazing if we did that together. We'll have to come up with a community prize if we hit 100 million in sales this year. So for that 80 million, it's going to be about 1.2 million to 1.3 million orders. This actually goes down. This is going down, the required amount to hit that, because our AOVs are increasing across the board. And Michael and I will tell you about some of those improvements. Launched 30 new products in 3 categories. So 2 new categories. We're really looking into leather and wood products, wallets, watches, journals, things like that, and also home decor. We already launched custom domains. Building an Etsy integration right now. Etsy just continues to grow. I think it's like Amazon was 10 years ago. There's less restrictions there. There's some restrictions, but we'll share with you how to sort of get around them. We're setting up 2 new in-house teams, a creative agency. So we started taking UGC photos for some of our top selling products and campaigns, where we'll actually go create the product, print the message card, and we'll actually just take a UGC photo with our cell phone and send it to the seller. So we've been beta testing that process. Soon we're going to actually open that UGC service up to everybody, so you don't have to wait to get a sample and take your own photos. You can actually just ask us. We'll go out. There's a pond right here behind me with lily pads. There's palm trees. There's all sorts of really cool naturey things out here for UGC. And UGC, we found, works the best in the Facebook ad itself. It's just social proof. People want to see it's a product that somebody else purchased. And Michael, at one, not too long ago, Michael was our top seller, and his top ad, Michael, it was just like, I think you took it in your garage, right?
Yeah, I was actually, I'll tell the story real quick, 30 seconds here. I ordered samples. I had a product that was scaling. I ordered samples, and I was like, this is going to be so awesome because I'm going to get these samples in. My wife has some experience doing photography stuff, and I was like, I'm going to give these to her. She's going to be able to set these up on the Christmas tree and take some like really amazing pictures. But when I got it in the mailbox, I was just so excited. I opened it up, took my iPhone out. The sun was going down. There was like a blue tint across the horizon. And I just took a quick photo in the parking lot of the product. I don't even know why I did it, honestly, guys. I had no intention of using it in an ad. Then I gave it to my wife. My wife literally spent like 10 or 12 hours staging it, putting lights around the product, taking pictures of it with gifts in the background and our Christmas tree and ornaments and all this stuff. And we went into post-production. We fancied the whole thing up. Then I ran all of them against each other in a split test, and just out of nowhere decided to add in my quote unquote parking lot shot to the mix. And that one outsold the rest by far. I about fell over when I saw the results. So those kind of amateur style UGC photos convert super freaking well. And that's what we've gotten really good at with our in-house creative agency here.
Yeah, and so we want to expand that. It's just a couple people now, but I could imagine us having like 10 or 15 people that are strictly doing UGC photos for your guys' campaigns. Okay, so we're actually, we may actually have built this already, but there's a place where you can just make a request. Which campaign is it? Which product is it? And we'll get that UGC to you. Prototyping team. So I don't know if you can see behind me, but we have a very large fulfillment area here. And then sort of in the back left behind me is a couple $1 million in machines. And so we're always prototyping. And now the intent is to do the hard things, right? Message cards, sure, they're fairly difficult to stay organized at scale. Now, how do we stay organized at scale? When we start offering custom birthstone products and custom bracelets that have 4 to 5 different personalized names on them. These are the products that we intend to launch, are ones that are super, super popular on Facebook, but most often in the past have been fulfilled in China. And what they do in China is they don't give a shit about the cost of labor. Basically, labor is practically free over there. They'll just throw bodies and bodies and bodies at it, just creating manual processes for everything. Unfortunately, we can't afford to do that here. We don't have like unlimited bodies we can throw at creating products. So we have to use machines. We have to use scripting. We have to use automation. We have to use a dev team. Okay. And so I'm really pushing the team to come up with these new personalized products because this is the future. These are the products people want. These are the products that go on AdSpy. You can find all sorts of crazy leather goods that are wood watches that are personalized, but they're all made in China. So we're going to offer them here and do our best to automate that and stay organized at scale. And then, like we talked about, analytics inside of the app and the platform. They're going to be really huge. Okay, so yeah, these are just 2 of the new categories that we're going into right now. We call it handcrafted on demand. So that'd be all this sort of nice Etsy stuff that's non-jewelry, leather journals, wood watches, a lot of engraving. I think probably half our money in machines here is in engraving machines, and then personalized home decor. So there's a lot of different people and businesses out there that are having extreme success with personalized home decor. Of course, there's a lot of POD platforms that offer canvases, but we actually want to do the higher AOV, higher quality stuff that's even harder to do. I'm talking about having plasma cutters and things like this. The different machines to do color onto metal. We're not afraid to attack a problem. We're not afraid to invest in something that's really hard to do. I've always held this position that no, we have to not take profit right now. We have to reinvest all of that profit into more machinery because we got to keep going here. We're just still getting started, I feel. Okay, so this is sort of the structure of things with ShineOn right now. And down here on the right is a little bit about our future plans. But here is the Florida fulfillment center that I'm in. Okay. Every single custom domain website or app user is using a page or a home page that is based off of sort of a base template. So we have our jewelry template, and then we have these white label platform domain stores that are leveraging that template. And then the app users are also using that product page template. It's our intent to repeat this into the 2 new verticals. So if we need to make a slightly different style product page for leather and handcrafted goods, we'll conversion rate test that and offer a new template. We'll probably offer a few options anyway for your homepage on your custom domain and for the product pages, just if you want to change up the style a little bit. I know that in the app, you can actually go to the settings and you can customize all of the CSS, HTML on those product pages. But I think right out of the box, we're going to just create a couple new ones. We'll probably definitely need that for home decor because it's just a totally different product type, higher AOV, whereas leather and handcrafted goods and jewelry, it's all sort of a similar bucket. And then over here, so, once we've launched these new verticals, once we've expanded, it is our intent to open up a factory in Europe and also Latin America. So we're doing a bunch of tests there right now. The intent is for the EU at least, is to save on the customs duties and save on the shipping speed and the shipping cost. Europe is introducing a whole bunch of new, really annoying customs duties. Like fees are going up. And so it's our intent to get that up and running as soon as possible. Hopefully we can have it for Q4, but not guaranteed. We're definitely working hard on it. And then Latin America. So that's probably a couple years out, but why it's exciting is more people are getting access to credit there. More people are getting comfortable with the idea of spending 100% upfront versus maybe 50% upfront and 50% on delivery or just layaway, which is really popular. The more trust that's in the credit system in Latin America, the better it is for e-commerce marketers to target those audiences. In places like Brazil, they have 200 million buyers there. Now, the price points might be lower, but the CAC, the cost of acquisition, might only be $2 or $3 per conversion. That's why we're excited about setting up down there and allowing you guys to target those audiences. Okay. Let's see. Let's take a couple questions here. No, we shut down the Hackettstown Fulfillment Center like 6 months ago, 9 months ago, something like that. Right now, everything is where I am in this one location in Florida. How can I contribute to the Latin American test based in Mexico? Hey, I'd love to test the Mexican market. Let's get in touch. Yeah, Brazil is an emerging market for sure. More people are getting access to credit. They're also really highly engaged on social media, like more than any country that I've ever seen. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on. We have a couple pricing tweaks. So we're trying to normalize things right now. We're going to try to just simplify the price tiers. I don't know if you guys know this as sellers, but we actually have 3 pricing tiers. And as you sell more product, you actually get a cheaper rate. This is something that I think we've done a fairly bad job at showcasing. But what we're going to do is simplify and move through 3 tiers to 2 tiers. And we're going to actually put the tier level that you're on, like right in the dashboard, so you know exactly what it is. And if you're on tier 1, you'll need to know exactly how many units you have left to sell before getting to the next tier. So through this normalization, I asked my team, like, do I even have to talk about this? Like, it's changing 0.38% on average increase. And they're like, yeah, you might as well take the opportunity to tell people. I'm like, okay. So just trying to be transparent with you guys. Honestly, like, I'm an open book with this company. Like, everything's transparent. You know, we want to show your product shipping out. We want to show you everything going on, the base costs, like the AOV, the CRO, the conversion rate. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I think it's just about trust. And thank you for allowing me to engage with you on that kind of level. So more profits for sellers. Okay, so we did an entire audit on the optimal sale price of products. We took all the Q4 sales, we took all of the top sellers campaigns, and what we're going to actually do is suggest is actually increase the sale price of a lot of items right in the catalog. So the new default price that you're going to be seeing here when you create a product, a lot of these are going to rise, and you should pay attention to the default because we're going to recommend a price based on data. You know, a lot of the products that people think $49.95 is the optimal price point. Actually, we found in a lot of campaigns that by increasing it to $59.95, there's no decrease in conversion, and there's massive profit potential. You might be breaking even at $49.95, and now you actually have the opportunity to make $10 per purchase. So I think we're going to clean up this UI a bit and just pay attention to the price point that we put here, because we're going to put the optimal price point based on like millions of orders. Okay, we want to make it really simple for you. And then Shopify app AOV versus platform AOV. There's a significant difference right now. The average AOV on the platform is actually $75. We've raised that $5 in the last 3 months, which is pretty crazy. Most of that has been because, well, one, I think more based on what I've seen, platform sellers are selling at a slightly higher price point. There's a huge rush of platform sellers around holidays like Mother's Day and Christmas, and they understand that there's less price sensitivity around those holidays. So that's definitely a reason why platform AOV is so much higher than app AOV. But it's also because of all the post-purchase upsell work that we're doing. Michael, did you want to say something?
No, I was just going to say also a lot of times our upsells find their way. They just get utilized a little better, I think, on the platform. So, for example, like Luxbox was something that was taken advantage of in a big way on the platform. Whereas if you're on your Shopify store, you need to make sure you're using our product templates, because that's where we build all of our upsells and things into. If you're not taking advantage of our product templates, you may not get cool perks like the Luxbox, for example. But yeah, we're the AOV on the platform is just, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous right now. And it's only going up. Based on all current data, we're trending up, and I don't know where the ceiling is. Hopefully, as we continue to add on-page add-ons, post-purchase items, material upsells, things like that, I'm hoping that we get into the 3-digit territory here, where platform AOV on average is in the 3 digits. I mean, that would just be mind-blowing.
Yeah, it would. And I think OCU put out a report. I've been seeing ads for it, but they're talking about, yes, post-purchase upsells are great, but it's like 5 times better when you have pre-purchase upsells and post-purchase upsells. So you'll notice a lot of our products on the platform, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Michael, I believe the app has this too, but there are modals that pop up after selecting an item saying, hey, do you want to add a luxury wood box for an extra $20? And the take rate on that is just crazy. That wood box, guys, like I've screwed up before with products where I'm like, fuck it, let's buy it. We haven't done any testing. Let's just offer it for the holiday season. I've got burned before. I've learned my lessons. We did that with the wood mahogany box because I still had such a belief that it would work, and it's absolutely crushing it right now. That extra $20 is insane. Michael, I think let's follow up with people later and find out what the take rate is on that.
I'm looking at it right here. It's what I turned away for.
Oh,
the take rate hovers between 32 and 40% week over week. That's just on the wood box. Which is huge. So you already have first of all, the wood box mostly at this time is being used for the pick products. So you already have a higher price point there. Then you add the wood box to it. We've seen it sell for upwards of $30 just for the wood box. $30 is an add-on for the wood box. I don't know if you want to get into it, but the take rates on engraving, so like our graphic products, the take rate on engraving is between 50 and 60%. So people, when they buy a graphic item, right, they almost feel like it's not complete unless they add engraving to it. 50 to 60% is the take rate on that. So anyways, if you're selling the graphic item or you're selling Lux Box and you have your own Shopify store and you are not using our product templates, you're just flushing money down the drain. You're just leaving it on the table. I highly recommend use our product templates. Make sure you're utilizing these upsells because it's just extra money in your pocket.
By the way, AOV means average order value. Sorry, it's like that's one of the two most important metrics in e-commerce or marketing is what's your AOV and what's the cost to acquire the customer. So AOV and CAC, CAC. But yeah, so we're at one point I felt like we're turning into a box company. We were selling so many of these wood boxes. It was like kind of hilarious. But guys, these are fucking expensive. Like I swear to God, we've shelled out so much money, but I had a belief that they would sell and help you guys increase your AOVs. They're still super expensive, but they're working. There's a huge inventory cost, but they're working. So I don't care. I'm basically financing everything to help sellers. There you go. It's like really legit product.
It's got a little light in it. So the gift giving experience, like what this adds to it is just quite incredible. I mean, they pop it open, light shines through. It's a really solid piece.
Defo sounds like someone in Australia commenting here. But yeah, it saved a lot of people's campaigns and definitely made a lot of people money. Thanks, Raquel. So other apps that we use, guys, basically we spend all this money. We lose so much money testing products you wouldn't believe, but it doesn't matter because we find that one winner and it makes all of the losers worth it. Okay, you guys probably know this, like when you're doing the POD element, when you're creating the design, right? So same thing goes with the apps that we use on the platform. The CRO testing, we waste so much money on CRO tests, but that's okay because we're going to find the winners and we're going to offer it to the network and everyone's going to profit massively. But honestly, sometimes I wish sellers would just like listen to us with, hey, here's all the apps that we're using. Here are all the CRO tests that we're using. We have millions of orders that we've gone through to get you this data. And so if you're an app user, these are the apps that we recommend for your store. Klaviyo, of course, don't need to mention that. I think we were working on a thing to get you guys abandoned cart flows, optimized abandoned cart flows. Not sure if that's against Klaviyo's terms of service to sell those or not, or if we just give them away for free, but we'll circle back on that, as Jen Psaki would like to say. Product personalizer and artwork swapper. So I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of sellers are actually creating custom message card products with people's names, with like dogs' faces and stuff on it, using that product personalizer app. And what they do is they pause the fulfillment charge. They put it on from automatic to manual. They capture the order with the customer's custom information on their Shopify store. And then they have their VA recreate the PNG, and then they go back into the app and they import that app. Then they hit the charge button for that order. Okay, so that's one way. It's kind of janky, but that's one way that you can do totally customized message cards with buyers' names on them or photos.
Yeah, one thing I want to add to this is one of the reasons we're trying to get into a place where we're having more layers of personalization in our products, even multiple layers of personalization in our products, is because it increases conversion rate. You don't think about it, but think of the buyer psychology here. Rather than landing on the product page and going, do I want this product? The mindset shifts and it becomes, which product do I want? Or how do I want this product, right? So you get them past kind of this stage. It's just through trickery where they kind of overcome this initial objection to purchasing. So like product personalizer is a really powerful tool to add some additional layers of personalization to the message cards. So definitely experiment with that if you're not. And by the way, with Mother's Day coming, it could be huge, man. If you had little animals on the message card and a mom got to, or you got to come in, choose how many children and put names underneath each of the animals and put it all in a message card. Things like that are going to sell like gangbusters this Mother's Day. And you can do it using product personalizer.
Yeah, so maybe we could put together like a new showcase of how we're using it, and some people are using it. Looks, of course, everyone knows that. I believe we offer, Michael, the looks when we're pulling in other people, other reviews from the network. Is that on the platform only, or do we offer that on the app too?
No, it's on the app too. We have an integration with Luke's.
Yeah, so basically in our product, if you use looks on your Shopify store and you're publishing ShineOn products using the ShineOn template, we'll actually pull in, we'll actually crowdsource reviews of that base product. So when you launch that new product on the page, you already have like 500 plus 5-star reviews of that product. Nobody else does anything like that. Looks has been a great partner with us. And if you're not familiar with how that works, I believe ShineOn University on our YouTube channel has an entire video for that. Shoelace retargeting, we think they're the best plug and play retargeting app. They've been a tremendous partner for us. Cartloop, SMS, push out.
Real quick on Shoelace, I know we're getting kind of bogged down here in the apps, but it's important. If you're running a Shopify store, you want to take full advantage of these so you can get those AOVs up to kind of where that platform is and make some more money. So anyway, Shoelace, we see a ROAS from Shoelace of about 10 almost all the time. It almost never even fluctuates. So you put $1 in, you make $10 back. So it's a complete no-brainer. Earlier in this presentation, when Eric said that we've literally added millions of dollars of revenue through our free retargeting, he's not exaggerating at all. Shoelace, literally, their retargeting strategies, we pay money to retarget your products that literally adds millions of dollars of additional revenue per year to you guys' bank accounts. So they're awesome. Cartloop's amazing because they do these abandoned cart flows primarily for us, and there are real people in Cartloop. So one of the cool things is if somebody abandons a cart and they say, hey, I just got stuck, or hey, how long does shipping take? I didn't see it. Or hey, they ask some question. There's an actual person, a human being on the other side of the SMS, and they will interact with that user to try to reconvert the sale. We see about 15% of the abandoned carts saved through SMS. So Cartloop is super powerful. You want me to keep going here?
Kill it. Crush it.
So anyway, we do push notifications. We use the same thing. We also use, we do a lot of campaigns through push notifications. And then finally with Route is really cool because it offers package protection, right? So when people go to buy a product, we had some issues with USPS last year, right? With some funding and different things, and some things got slower or whatever, or package theft is on the rise, for example. Well, what Route does is it basically insures the package. It's like 98 cents. That's all the buyer has to pay. That package becomes insured. And then if anything happens to it in delivery, if it gets stolen, if it gets damaged or anything like that, Route will actually insure the package. So if the user or the buyer goes and files a claim, Route will come to your store, they'll repurchase the product from you, so you don't see any hit in revenue. In fact, you may make a little bit of money, and the user still has a good experience because they get their product. So Route is a no-brainer app to add to it. But this whole stack, Klaviyo, Product Personalizer, Luke, Shoelace, Cartloop, Pushout, Route, this whole stack, it makes sure that you're not leaving money on the table. That's why this is so important. And it can literally make or break campaigns, having this app stack set up. So if you're on a Shopify store, get serious about your back end here, because it can literally make or break campaigns.
Yeah, it's not even like it would be nice to add this to your store. It's like almost like you won't be profitable unless you do these things now. It's like it's super competitive out there. If you're using the ShineOn custom domain store, literally all of this stuff is free. Okay, so it's like I don't even know, $10,000 a year, that's free. We do all this crap on the platform for you. Okay. Paul, have you tried live personalization with photos and text the customer can upload and see in real time? Yeah, that's definitely on our development list to do. Right now, the product personalizer app is working pretty well. But yes, that's something we've definitely discussed and we would like to do. Hopefully we can have that for Q4. You're welcome. Okay, let's keep moving here. We need a new slide. Okay, our promise. Michael and I, it's our intent, it's our goal to ensure that ShineOn has the highest ROI for your advertising dollar. Okay, so no, we're not the cheapest, but we want to prove to you that we provide the most value, that we provide the most return on your ad spend and your time, that we have the highest AOVs, and that we convert the best. Okay, so we're always improving post-purchase upsells, pre-purchase upsells on the page, and various CRO optimizations. Michael this morning, we get really excited about CRO when we find a winner, but he's like, I have this new button text that's crushing it. It's like, what was the uplift on that test, Michael?
Dude, it's insane. It was like a 20% uplift add to cart. We projected it out over a year. If we make this small change, it's going to add over $2 million to revenue over the course of a year, just through this one little change. So every now and then we find a nugget like this, and it just makes me all giddy.
So we get giddy for you guys because it's like, it's going to help you sell more. You know, we make money on the units. We make a couple bucks on each unit sold. We don't make a crazy amount, but if we can offer +$5, +$10 AOV, we understand that you guys are going to scale your campaigns and we're going to get more units. And something like that we're not afraid to do is going head to head against any other platform. Even if their base costs are cheaper, we want to show that we provide more value. We provide more return on investment. So I've talked to Michael about maybe starting to do some of these showcase comparison tests, but we'll actually set up the exact same campaign structure with like a competitor's product, and we'll actually show you the results. So that's something we're not afraid to do. We want to be as transparent as possible. We do the hard thing here to deliver maximum value for you guys. That's our promise. And then seller culture, like I was saying, like we want to have integrity in everything we do. The products, the software, a lot of the software that we've built, we were just forced to build in order to help you guys out, like the custom domains and all that stuff, the analytics. We want to have integrity in those, in data information. We want to have integrity in AOV, in providing the highest ROI. Fulfillment speed, a lot of products are shipping same day here, and keeping our word whenever possible. That's really important to me personally. And then I think this is our last slide. Thank you guys. We still have over 200 people live. Right now we have 228. So I think we're at 233 live. So that's actually the maximum. All of you guys stayed to the end. I think, I guess we're doing a good job, Michael. So thank you guys. Locally here, like I moved the company from New Jersey and the factory from New Jersey to St. Petersburg with the intent to try to build something special locally. So it's my goal to have 200 full-time employees here. We've had 200 like at peak Christmas Day, but I'd like to get it to a point where we literally have 200 to 300 people wearing the ShineOn Skull shirt. We have people who are friends going out together after work, exchanging ideas, or if they're not part of ShineOn, maybe they're another entrepreneur. I know Devin's on here. Thanks for watching, man. I see Devin all the time at Devin Zander at the local coffee shop here. And I want to try to create an environment around e-commerce entrepreneurship in this beautiful, beautiful small town, small city, St. Petersburg on the water. So create the most fun, disruptive tech company in the area. That's my goal. Develop friendships outside of work, where there's no work-life balance, just everything is life, right? When you're at work, that's life too. We want people to have fun and be themselves. And then it's our intent to start teaching people locally here, training in Facebook ads. We have so many people all over the world making millions of dollars. And we think it would be a disservice to not help people in the local area. Okay, so we're teaching kids, college students, maybe doing a free MBA night course on Facebook ads. So we're going to start doing that locally. You sellers, if you're in a cold place right now, if maybe you have some baggage back home and you've been thinking about moving, now would be a perfect time to move down to Florida. We have like the best tax rates. The governor is super business friendly. Whatever your position is on COVID, he basically lets people makes their own life decisions. And it's just an awesome place for business. We have the best beaches in the country, voted like so many times. If you end up moving here, or actually if you want to work for ShineOn too, we're going to set up a careers page. You'll see all the open positions, and I highly recommend that you guys apply. We want to try to promote from within, so to speak. We want to try to grow people from who are sellers already from ShineOn. And the ultimate dream goal is for us to have this whole factory, but just move it on the beach so that when we do our meetings, we can just take jet skis out and do our meetings out on the water. That's that's the dream right there. And then maybe we'll have 100 jet skis for all you top sellers to come down and hang out whenever you want. All right. So yes, I'm totally sober right now. And that's the dream. Yep, it sure is. So, what else? Okay, Q&A time, guys. Michael and I will probably hang out here for another 30 minutes or so. Just hit me with your questions, and we'll just try to rapid fire go through them.
There's about a 60-second delay.
I'm actually in New Hampshire, by the way. Or sorry, I'm from New Hampshire myself. I'm from Laconia, right in the middle. Jet skis for everyone. Exactly. That's the goal. Awesome, Fram. It would be a pleasure to meet up with you one day. Okay. Are there any UGC photos for products available to use now for creatives? Well, the UGC is it's your product. Basically, we take an image of your product with our phone, and then we send it to you. It's only for you and your campaign. I guess we could, if we have, Michael, do we have publicly available free designs for people?
We have tons of free designs, but are you more referring to UGC renderings?
Well, I guess if we have a library of free message card designs, we could probably create some free UGC.
I've been wanting to make actual UGC renderings for a long time, where it's basically a UGC style image, and we can put any design into it. It's not as good as the real thing, but it's pretty darn close.
Yeah. Is there a video showing a factory tour like the one on YouTube? No, but we could do that. Even if it's with a cell phone, we could maybe do a little walk around. Why is the stethoscope only available on the app? Because when COVID was peaking last year, there was some strange stuff going on with Facebook and nurse stuff. And a lot of campaigns were getting restricted that were running targeting nurses. And so we actually just said, if sellers want to do that on their own store, that's fine. But we didn't want to create any risk for having that on ShineOn.com. But now that we have custom domains open, it's a possibility we could add the stethoscope back onto the platform. Can I just use your platform, or do I need to have a Shopify store? You can just use the platform. Just go to sellers and affiliates in the upper right corner, and then sell on ShineOn.com. That's it.
If you're new, I'd recommend starting out on the platform because it reduces the learning curve. Literally, all you have to focus on is creating an awesome product and running the ads for it. Everything else we handle for you, from the actual CRO on the page to all the trust elements to making sure that converts to the customer service. So if you're new, start on the platform.
Exactly. And a lot of print on demand platforms, they're they're not made for lifetime value of a customer. They're just made for that cold sale, and like, that's it. Now, we realize that the platform, it takes a lot of effort to create lifetime value, especially when you're like purchasing a gift. But Michael works really, really hard on creating all these awesome email flows where it's not just abandoned cart flows. We're actually offering like new products for sale around holidays and trying to get those organic purchases for you guys. We're also doing different like text message campaigns for Mother's Day, and also different push campaigns. And it's our intent to, if we have a winning product, that we just do a push campaign out to the masses. We actually, we have it on our roadmap, but we actually want to give you guys a piece of that order as well. That would allow us to have creative freedom with retargeting and creating lifetime value with those customers, while not worrying that ShineOn is going to like steal that customer from you. We really want to try to give you chunks of those repeat purchases as much as we can. And what we're going to start doing is actually showing you in the analytics dashboard exactly how many free purchases you got from ShineOn. So we're going to have here the free email purchases, that clawbacks that we got for you, and also campaign pushes. Here are all the free retargeting sales that we got for you. Here are all the SMS sales that we got for you. Like every single channel, we're going to actually show you all of the free sales that we're getting for you. We may start charging in the future. We probably will start charging like a conversion fee on that, but it's not going to be crazy. It'll probably be just above cost as far as the retargeting cost to get that customer back. And so I think we're really putting our money where our mouth is there when we're saying that we're going to get you all these free sales through retargeting, but we're actually going to show you. You don't have to just wait for a random email to come in and be like, you got a sale from X, and you say, oh, how did I get that sale? I turned off my Facebook campaign 2 weeks ago. That's because of all the work Michael and our team are doing in the back end for you. Yeah. Marketing is data. I was a marketing student in college, advertising student, and I thought it was all about being creative. Not really. Most of the ideas you think are awesome suck, and the sucky ideas end up being awesome. That's why you just got to create as much content as possible, new creative ideas, and let the data determine what the winners are. You're welcome, Jolyn. You're welcome. Me too. It's pretty sad. Okay, for retargeting, how are the products and targets selected? It's actually dynamic. So if they're actually, Michael, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, this is actually a little bit tough to answer because we're constantly experimenting with campaigns in which segments of the audience are converting best, and it literally is changing every single week. So sometimes we're going after visitors that didn't add to cart. Sometimes we're going after people that maybe viewed content or added to cart but didn't purchase, or initiated checkout but didn't purchase. Anyway, there's all these kind of layers of retargeting audiences you can build, and we literally test all of them like almost every single week. Now the ad itself, the creative, those are all dynamically generated, but when it comes to the actual segments we target, there's lots of experimentation going on, and it just never stops. It never stops. But I will tell you that in partnership with Shoelace, we tend to see about a 10x return on every advertising dollar towards retargeting. So it's really freaking good.
So if a customer just types in your root domain from the from your custom domain store, they just go to the homepage. Right now, that homepage looks exactly like the ShineOn.com homepage. Okay. That was the quickest, easiest way for us to create custom domains. Soon, we'll actually allow you to swap out in and out those products on the homepage, and also be able to adjust the copy and things like that, like a real sort of store with control. With the leather journals, we'll be able to customize the interiors with our own templates of the lined pages and ballpark. No. I think what people buy is the engraving and the personalization on the exterior of the journal. I don't know what the interior will look like. I don't know what the base cost will look like at this point, but we have a full-time sourcing team. You know, the work that we do here is the finishing. We do the assembly, the personalization, and like the finishing work. Okay, we're not killing cows and like, you know, creating the leather ourselves. We're not actually casting a lot of the items ourselves. What we're doing is buying components, and we're doing the assembly work and personalization here. So I don't know what the costs are going to be right now, but we always want to be competitive at all times. Can I get a domain through you? I think we just have a referral link to GoDaddy or something in there when you want to create a custom domain store. No problem. Would you consider mahogany upsell for birthstone products? Yeah, okay. Thank you for this question. Because on a lot of our products, we've only had 2 options for variants, right? So gold, white gold versus yellow gold, and then add engraving. We don't have like a third option yet to add a wood box to any of those products. But we're literally working on that right now. That's almost complete. So we're going to actually offer more pre-purchase options and upsells. So yes, we could do custom birthstone products with engraving with a mahogany box. It sounds simple, but it's really difficult to create all those variants. But you know, I told our dev team, do this. Sellers need this. It's a huge AOV money-making opportunity, and sellers sell with us because we do that kind of stuff. It's the hard crap that no one else wants to do. You're welcome. Thank you. Hey, we appreciate the hell out of you, Facebook user. We wouldn't be here without you. How do I transition from my current Shopify store to the platform? Also going to take my current domain. Okay, so there's no like import feature that we have on the platform. Am I wrong on that, Michael?
No, there's not.
There's not. So you just have to recreate all the products again.
Yeah, you would still be able to use the domain. You just have to go change the DNS settings with whoever your registrar is.
Are there any advantages, disadvantages of white label store? So I guess that'd be custom domain, ShineOn store versus Shopify app store. I have my own branded Shopify site. So already thinking about which direction to go. Okay, so there's positives and negatives to every decision, right? There's positives and negatives to this too. Personally, I think there's more positives to using the platform because we have all those apps installed already for free. It's worth like tens of thousands of dollars. Michael has drilled down on the flows that are optimized, the abandoned cart, all the abandoned cart flows, the retargeting flows, all of that stuff. Okay. The benefit is like we have, it's about control. We control the platform and we do all these things and we change things. We change the product page. Like we don't need to ask to change the product page if it's going to make you more money. We just do it. So a lot of people like that, right? They trust that Michael's doing the right thing, that we're testing things properly before we make any changes. But the downside of that is, yeah, like your homepage right now, it's not as customizable as your Shopify store. Your theme, that's all controlled by us right now. We only have one style of theme. We'll have more later, but right now, it isn't super customizable. But I wouldn't worry about that stuff too much, especially if you're just going to make bank around Mother's Day or a holiday. It's all about the product pages and how well the product pages convert. Okay, and so no matter if you're on the app or the platform, it's the same product page and it converts super well. Yeah, man, me too. These leather journals, this is a winning product that was made in China and drop shipped from China. But Facebook doesn't like that shit. Facebook is shutting that down. They're going to reward the companies that are doing this locally and ship the next day. And they're going to reward you too with a bunch of profit. Yeah, man. I think it's a no-brainer too. Thank you, Facebook user.
I love you too, Facebook user.
Considering a move to the platform looks very valuable. I'm based in Europe. Which payouts methods are available? Currently, we pay out. We have 3 options. We have Payoneer. We have Ping Pong, which is kind of like a new Payoneer, and then we can pay you out through PayPal too. I think the best one to avoid fees would be Payoneer and Ping Pong.
Yeah, I'd also, I see a lot of questions here about people trying to decide if they want to come over the platform. I think there are 2 real things to consider. I think first is your experience level, because if you're new, the answer almost has to be start with the platform, because it simplifies things so much. It reduces so much from the learning curve. Like, you don't have to worry about the tech on Shopify and setting up the homepage and making sure the copy looks good and making sure there are trust elements and that your page speed is good. Like, you'll just go down this rabbit hole setting up your own Shopify store. And you're just never going to get to the bottom of it. And if you don't have any experience, you don't know what's good enough, what's going to convert. It can be a total mess. If you're new and you don't have a lot of experience, you just have to start with the platform, because we've done so much for you out of the box. We do the CS or the customer service. We've done all the conversion rate optimization. We've got products that we already know are going to convert. Literally, all you have to focus on is creating a winning design and running ads for it. Everything else we take care of. So if you're new, you definitely have to start on the platform. So that's number 1. I think number 2 is just, what are your long-term goals, right? So let's say you have some experience. You have to evaluate your long-term goals. If you just want to be kind of a media buyer, run ads, make money, ride the holidays, things like that, platform is the place to be, without a doubt. If you're wanting to build a long-term like store with a repeat customer base, and this is a skill set, guys, it's not easy to do that out of the box. But if that's the end goal, then maybe going to a Shopify store is where it's at. But for most people, I think the platform satisfies all of your needs. I actually think we're entering a day where it just makes more and more sense to start out on the platform than it does to go to your own Shopify store, because we do so much for you out of the box.
Yeah, and there's going to be a point pretty soon here, guys, in the near future where, like, it's not going to make sense to, we're going to basically start grouping sellers into pools, right? So there'll be anonymous platform A, anonymous platform B, anonymous platform C. I just want you guys to be aware that we're going to be making this change. Basically, it sets everybody in their own pool on a different root domain. It eliminates fail points. So just look for some. I don't even know if you have to do anything. I think what we're going to actually do is click a few buttons, and it'll duplicate your products that are on ShineOn.com now over to your custom domain on a new root domain pool. Can't sleep on all those free apps. I know, man.
Yeah.
It's
also, guys, the CRO alone, I mean, I don't know how much money we have spent doing conversion rate optimization, but it is not petty cash. I will tell you that. We've had to dig deep to find the results that you're going to benefit from in perpetuity. So.
I agree. So this is part of the plan. When we have a fulfillment center in Europe and we have a fulfillment center in Colombia or Brazil or wherever it is, we're going to actually be creating sister platforms that are connected to that fulfillment center, and that'll all be in native language as well. The whole point of pretty much everything we do is just make it turnkey as possible. Local fulfillment in that country, the local language, all of the apps done for you, all the flows done for you. All the stuff is free, guys. We don't charge anything. We don't even charge for retargeting right now. Maybe it's that we're crazy, or maybe like we just haven't started charging yet. We have to actually build some stuff still for us to start charging you for that. So I recommend, if you're not selling the platform, get all the free retargeting now for Mother's Day while it's still free. Okay. Yeah, I know. Setting up a Shopify store can be really annoying. But look, guys, we know that you sellers, maybe this isn't your full-time thing. Maybe you're selling other products. Maybe you're actually working a full-time job. Michael was selling and working at another job before we joined forces. And a lot of sellers, they just want to come in and out around holidays and make bank. They want to make, $500,000 over Christmas in profit. And that's cool, man. If you want to be the weekend warrior, you got your Sunday paper and your coffee, and you just want to make a few hundred or a few $1,000s around the holidays. Hey, man, we support that lifestyle. We will take your orders. I promise you. Yeah, but platform makes perfect sense over Shopify. Yeah, I mean, it just depends, right? It depends how much control you want to have over that store and how much time. What would the benefit be to Michael for creating your own Shopify store? I know we talked about all the benefits of the platform. What benefits would there be for the Shopify app if you had to choose?
Well, so you get additional customization with the apps. So you can build your own abandonment flows, your own SMS flows, push, all that kind of stuff. So you basically get full control of your tech stack. Also, you can brand things a little differently. So like if you're really dead set on building a brand long-term and trying to build a loyal customer base of folks that will do repeat sales for you, things like that. I mean, that is the primary purpose in my mind of having a Shopify store. You really have to be thinking long-term. It's almost the only way it makes sense. Also, don't forget, as soon as you find a winning product, you're not going to want to stop selling it. So if you find a winning product and you do a few thousand sales, and then a few thousand sales turns into 5,000 and then 10,000, it's all in a short amount of time. You're not going to want to turn those ads off, but you're suddenly going to have to also build this infrastructure for how you handle customer support if you have your own Shopify store. And it's not easy to do. That's why I really push people towards the platform. And very quickly, with that user's comment about the homepage on the platform, not much of our traffic actually makes it back to the platform. You're sending almost all of your traffic to your product page. Very few of them make it back to the actual homepage anyway. I mean, like very few, like less than 1%. Almost everybody else stays and makes their purchasing decision right on the product page. So I agree with you. I think having a customizable storefront is definitely something we should add, and it's in our plan for this year, but I don't think it's a deal breaker at all.
Yeah. And I mean, that's by design, guys. We have this internal saying called buy or die. Don't leave the page. There's this thing in sales called the spaghetti rule, where if you have somebody on the phone, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna buy now, but can you give me can I call you back because the spaghetti is ready? I made spaghetti and we have to go eat it. There's like a 50% chance that person's not going to come back and buy that item from you, even though they're the nicest person. It's just spaghetti happened. And so with the product pages, it's like, buy this or buy or die. Like, buy this. We don't want you to search around. We don't want you to see what else is available. Maybe later, but not right now. You need to buy this thing.
Yeah, I mean, and by the way, if you go to your product page, try escaping off of it. It's not easy to do. Like, the logo's not clickable. Like, we've shut down most of the links outside of the ones Facebook requires in their terms of service. So what Eric said is exactly right. I mean, we are basically trying to trap and lock that user in. And if they get halfway through checkout and then they leave, we're hitting them with emails, push notifications, SMS. I mean, we basically chase them down until they are convinced they don't want the product anymore.
Exactly. This is key too, guys. If you're on the platform, we're actually we're building a sales team. We're actually calling your abandoned carts. Okay, this is crazy. I just had a close friend of mine that I worked at a previous company come in and do this call testing, and it's super high ROI. So if you're on your own, if you're doing your own support in your Shopify store, this is just a huge money-making tip. Call your abandoned carts. Okay, that's just one of the additional things we're doing to claw back that customer. So in the new analytics dashboard, we're actually going to have callback or phone call sales, right? And you'll be able to see how many phone sales that ShineOn made on your behalf from an abandoned customer. It's pretty crazy, man. I actually love that shit. I love the phone. I love talking to customers. Oftentimes they're just like, I don't trust Facebook, or I don't trust buying stuff online. And so we're like, sweet, what's your credit card number? I'll take it for you right here. Oh, by the way, if you do it now, I'll give you another 5% off. But if you do it now, because I know you're cooking spaghetti and you got to go. So that's the world I come from, the phone sales and all that. And yes, real phone calls. We're actually we're going to start calling your abandoned carts. Real phone calls. So we're going to build out the team here in Florida for that. Where was that question? There was a question about, customer details. Yeah, so you can actually export all that information now. If you go into the orders section, you can export into a CSV, like customer email address, name, phone number, like a whole bunch of stuff. Of course. Michael, do you know if we have full tutorials on this? I think you did one, right? You were John?
We have a lot of YouTube videos on how to set it up. I believe this question is probably around setting it up. And we have some YouTube videos on our YouTube channel that walk you right through it.
Mm-hmm. John ShineOn's here engaging with you guys in the comments. John does a great job of creating all of our YouTube, or a lot of our YouTube content. And him and Michael are on the same page with all this stuff. If you can't reach Michael, John is available quite a bit, and he's a big part of our company too. Can we sell on the platform without the custom domain? Yeah, you can still sell on ShineOn.com, but it's not as effective as your own custom domain. Do you want to tell people why, Michael?
Yeah, well, it's one of those things where I think we're strongly encouraging people to get their own custom domains. One of the primary reason is because, and this will be a little tough to explain, but with iOS 14, Facebook is only allowing 8 custom conversion events or pixel events, which basically means that for every domain that you have, you only get to set 8 total events for that domain. Well, if you don't own ShineOn.com, you can't set any events for ShineOn.com. So basically, you'll have no attribution data for users on iOS 14 that have opted out of tracking. So really, everybody should be getting over to their own custom domains. It's one of those cases, again, where you're leaving money on the table if you don't, because your pixel won't optimize, you won't be able to see which ads are effective, that kind of thing.
There will be a point where we just cut it off and saying, you can't sell on ShineOn.com anymore. We're not going to do that now. Like, people are still making a ton of money right now. But like, over time, as Facebook continues to evolve and Apple keeps being a pain in the balls, then yeah, custom domains are going to be the way to go. For now, a lot of people are still having success, so we're not gonna do anything drastic. But I don't know, a year from now, 6 months from now, 9 months from now, we're probably just ShineOn.com will mostly just be a marketing page that describes the service and the products that we offer, and it's all about the seller. So yeah, but it's still quite profitable, even if you're flying blind without all the conversion attribution and the tracking on ShineOn.com, because our products are such massively scalable audiences. right? So even if you're flying blind with a Mother's Day product, you can still make a lot of money. And so we're not going to stop that if that's your strategy. Massively was the word I was trying to figure out. Not massively, massively. Do we need different domains for different family niches? Not really. Like here's what I would do. If I was starting from scratch and I was like building either a custom domain store front or a brand new store on Shopify, I would make the whole thing around the family, right? And I wouldn't make it like a mom to son website. I wouldn't make, I would do something more generic based, like, familygifts.com or something like that. Because while it's specific to, we do family gifts, it leaves space available for all those sub niches and cross targeting. And there's probably like 10 different niches within family. By the way, I already mentioned all the most popular ones, but there's also like there's grandmother to grandkids. That's a huge one. There's stepsisters and stepdaughters. That's huge. I think like 40% of families in America have step relations because the divorce rate's like 50%. So yeah, I would keep it specific to family, but don't like put yourself in a foxhole doing like momtosson.com, momtosongifts.com or something like that. I don't know. What do you think, Michael?
No, I tend to like to keep it generic. The only issue you may encounter is, again, you only get 8 configurable events per top level domain. So if you use different pixels for each of your niches, you're just going to have to think through how you associate pixels back to domains so you can fully utilize your conversion events.
Thank you, 108 Designs. Appreciate you. We still have 199 people live. So like, I'm going to just keep hanging out. Just fire questions, guys. I'm going to stay as long as there's a lot of people here. Why not take the opportunity? What do you want to know? Like, ask me. I'm not afraid to answer. What's the burning questions you have about, is it about the meaning of life or the universe? The meaning of ShineOn. What's the meaning of ShineOn? I don't know. I'm pretty inspired right now, though. Do you want to talk about this, Michael?
You can do it any way you want, Nelson. That's kind of up to you. So yeah, you can do 2 pixels, and then each of the 2 pixels has the 4 most popular conversion events, which would be view content, add to cart, initiate checkout, and purchase. Or you can do 8 pixels and just have all 8 optimized only for purchase. That's some of the flexibility you get. Flexibility. I'm not sure that's the right word, but that's some of the options you can create with their new restrictions. So.
Plugin or integration for WordPress. So we have an API. How do I post a comment here or type? Oh, let me see. I'll post my own.
You have to do it in Facebook.
I'm going to post my own comment and then I'll pull it up here. Yeah, so we have an API. It's called api.shineon.com. So you can integrate however you want with your current custom setup. We also allow you to import CSVs. Okay. So there's actually, if you go in the upper right corner to sellers and affiliates, there's a CSV import feature. So you could get your orders through like wherever. You could take orders with a pen and a paper. And if you put them into CSV later, we'll charge your credit card and fulfill them. Yeah. So that CSV feature is live. We haven't really promoted it, but it doesn't matter where you get orders, honestly. WordPress, Squarespace, Wix, like whatever. A lot of people do this too, because a lot of you sellers are actually developers too. And it impresses me some of the ideas that you guys have, because a lot of you guys will design your own product pages. Let's say you want to sell something in ClickFunnels. It's actually not necessarily a bad idea. Okay, if you want to test doing a long form copy with different videos, and you want to test how does this long page ClickFunnels page convert over a short standardized ShineOn page. Well, we want you to test those things. We're not going to hold back. If you find something that's working, keep it to yourself or let us know. But the way you would get those orders back into the system is to export them from ClickFunnels and do a CSV. And then we actually, I believe, have instructions on that CSV page on how to import them properly, so we can charge your credit card and you will ship those products to your customer. Let's see here. Until we build the integration, yeah, CSV is the best way to get these sales. Are you able to add message cards with actual photos? Yeah. There's an example in my slide deck of that. Give me a second here. Whoops, how do I go back? Where is it? See this right here? This is where somebody like added their own custom dog photo. That's on the message card, and the way they did that is with the product personalizer app. We already have these. We have like 4 or 5 products in the catalog where they're called buyer upload graphic products, where you can actually create the message card behind it, and then the buyer uploads their photo. If I was selling for Mother's Day, I would 100% add those products into my mix, into my product mix. I would do traditional message card products like this. I would do test product personalizer products like this, where there's a photo on the card itself or like a bunch of names. And then finally, like I said, we have like 5 or 6 products where it's buyer photo upload with the message card behind it. And those kick ass because they're just highly, highly, highly custom. But you creating the message card behind it allows you to complete that story for the buyer, okay? And a lot of times selling gifts is basically completing a story for people where they're like, yup, love that story, want to give that story as a gift, and I'm going to buy now because you solved the problem for me. You solved the problem of the story.
Dude, I'm glad you clicked this one. So we have a product in our lineup right now, a few of them that I actually think are perfect, not only for the men niche, but also for Etsy. The one that really comes to mind is the screwdriver keychain, because it's priced just right for it to sell on Etsy, especially with SEO, organic sales, or even Etsy's paid marketing, because it's so cheap. And it's a unique, personalized kind of product. So the screwdriver keychain. Then you also have the dog tag products, both the necklace and the keychain, which would do well on Etsy. And then the cross, believe it or not, sells really, really well in the men's niche. In fact, I don't think I'm out of line here to state that most of the crosses we sell are gifts for men. So the cross is good. We also have another product we are really trying to push through that will be perfect for men. I don't want to give it away, but we're aiming for hopefully a pre-Father's Day release. We're going to have to see if we can make it, but it's going to be a perfect product for men. So we understand that this is a place in our product line where maybe we have a little bit of a need, and we're trying to fill that.
Where was that question I wanted to answer? Oh, okay. So, yeah, Michael's been promoting Ronnie McKenzie's course. Ronnie was one of our first sellers ever, like 5 years ago. And he went through a bunch of crap with his Facebook accounts lately. And then he started selling on the platform in Q4 and Christmas. And he did like 700,000 in like 3 weeks. And so he created a course that we're promoting called the Jewelry Juggernaut course. Michael, do you want to talk about that course and where do people go? How much is it and what's it about? And then where do people go to buy it?
Yeah, so he's offering it at a discounted rate for ShineOn people exclusively. So I think we get it if you're in ShineOn and you buy it within the next 3 days. So it's only going to be available at this rate today, tomorrow, and Friday. You can get it for, I think it's $397. And in the land of courses, anything below $500 is basically a friggin' steal. What is it about? So Ronnie and Suhail, I've actually always kind of envied these guys. They're amazing at setting up really well-branded Shopify stores. They're amazing at getting into niches, discovering what niches want, and then creating niche-specific products. They're truly some of the best in the biz. They've also been mentored by some of the best in the business. So these guys have a wealth of experience. They've been doing print on demand for darn near 10 years. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend watch the interview I did with him last week because there were a lot of really golden nuggets that came out of that. If you want to buy the course, I made a post in the Facebook group this morning that's got the links for the ShineOn people so that you can get the course at a discount. I've also been sending out emails. So if you're in any of our email lists, you should have received some emails from me with links to the course. So either find it in the Facebook group, and I'll try to get the bit.ly link and post it here in the comments in just a second, or go check your email. If you buy today, there's one more thing. You get 2 fast action bonuses. So don't quote me on this, but I think the 2 bonuses where one is a actual Etsy course that they're putting together. I can't tell you exactly how long it is or anything like that. And then the second one, I believe, is a trial membership to one of their paid coaching groups. I believe those are the 2 fast action bonuses. Again, don't quote me on that, but those are only available today. So if you want those, you got to buy today. You get those for free. If you buy tomorrow or Friday, you still get the discounted price, but you don't get the 2 bonuses. I did go through the course. I didn't go through the whole thing, but Ronnie, he's a great educator. He hits on all the key points to making this thing work. And I was even taking notes. I mean, I learned a lot going through it. So I highly recommend the course. I can totally vouch for these 2 guys too. I mean, they're as legit as they come.
We actually made a custom domain for that. It's just jugger.shineon.com. And that stands for Jewelry Juggernaut. And so if you go to jugger.shineon.com, you can find out all the information about the course, how Michael did $700,000 in sales in 3 weeks, and sort of his system that he uses. It's all about systems, guys. Like Michael has his own systems that work. Other people have other systems and a style that works for them. And you may be more apt to use Ronnie's style or his system. You may be more apt to use Michael's style. Okay. They all work. It's just kind of what's your flavor? Okay. Coupon code SHINE21. Yep. What else? Still got 178 people live here. For those of you that did not see the entire presentation, there's going to be a replay available. We'll post the link for that and we'll email it out to you. There's a lot of important information in here. There's like probably 30 slides talking about the future. We're not afraid to talk about what we're going to do. I think it's about over-promising and over-delivering, I guess, if Grant Cardone would say. It's not that I really like him and his work, but we're not afraid to say, hey, we're going to do this, because 80 to 90% of the time, we actually do what we say we're going to do. Okay, and I think that's really important in any relationship, is consistency and building trust. So no, I'm not afraid to tell you guys what is coming down the pipe. I don't keep any secrets. The only secrets are maybe some specific products that we're working on, because all we want to try to do is collect as much data as possible before we launch it to you guys. And it's a lot of work to set up a new product. We're talking months and months and months to set up a new personalized product. Okay. Let's see here. What else? Let me see here. Yep. Yeah, so you save like $100 with the SHINE21 code. What product personalization app do you recommend? The app's literally called Product Personalizer. I'll have my team send out a link for that, but it's a very powerful tool. There's a lot of customization that's working on mugs right now, where you'll like add your family's names to the mug, okay? And so it's those sort of concepts that translate really well into message card products, where the card is personalized for names and faces. A list of all your products for us to view. Yeah, I think the easiest way to do that is just sign up to sell on ShineOn.com. And then on the left-hand side of the screen is going to be a link called Catalog. You'll see all of our products there. You'll see our base costs there. We're going to actually redo that catalog. So you'll actually be able to see the average AOV for that product. You'll also be able to see what upsells are attached to that product. That's really important information, I think, to know before you spend the time to go publish a product. And so we're going to change up the catalog to reflect that. It's all about transparency. Can we build an email list of our own customers on the platform by connecting an autoresponder into our customer details? Are we allowed to?
I don't think, strictly speaking, I'm not sure that's legal. But the advantage is you can download the emails, put them into Facebook, and build custom audiences, and then build lookalikes and things like that off of that information. That's the real advantage. I don't know that you are allowed to put them in your own list and send emails, but we can email them because they've opted into our, if they've opted into our list. So not every email in there is even opted into our list.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to create a recording of this whole thing. You can watch it at your leisure. You can watch it in the bathtub. You can watch it on the bus. You can watch it on the toilet. We don't care. Take it to go. Share it with your friends too. Guys, seriously, like we pretty much decided like we don't even want to recruit sellers through paid ads, because the best people come through referrals. So please, if you have a buddy, one friend who wants to get into e-commerce, or you know somebody who's kicking ass in other products, we would love to meet with them and to help them with their dreams, help them achieve their e-commerce dreams. When can we do bulk orders? So I'm not totally sure of the question here. Are you saying like importing bulk orders through a CSV? Because we can do that. Yes. We don't do like wholesale orders. If you're like, I have this nonprofit who wants to order like 500 things, that's really great. But unfortunately, we don't, it's just not really our business to do that because we have so many orders already coming in through the app and the platform that we have to maintain focus on improving that existing system. What is the difference between a product, example, Love Knot, where there is a version with a label on it saying new product, and one with the mahogany box is an upsell? Mark, do you want to, I want to answer the question. Could you maybe say it again in another way and I'll pull that back up? Thanks. I think our creative assets are one of the strengths of the company for sure. Like a lot of people, a lot of competitors actually will steal ShineOn's like creatives because they're really good. And we built the system from scratch to do all the rendering on all the different angles. It's really easy to do like just a flat rendering, but not everyone has the capabilities to do like wrapping around objects and stuff like that. And we take that part of the business really seriously. We have a full-time development team here. I think we only have 2 or 3 outsourced, developers, but the rest are all here in Florida. We don't go cheap with people in our company. We just want the best people. And a lot of times the best return is to hire people locally at a higher cost because it's just faster communication. We're able to describe the business in detail better. And so outsourcing is cool, but we just really like hiring people locally here. Yeah, Canto is awesome. So we have all of the creative assets in a single link right now. John, if you're still alive here, John ShineOn, could you post what that link is and I'll pull it up? So,
I think he may have dropped. I'm looking for it.
okay.
I think it's just shineon.canto.com.
Yep. Okay, guys. So no matter who you are, if you're selling on the platform, if you're selling on the app, let me simplify this. All of our creative assets are in this one link called shineon.canto.com. Okay, so we have PSD files, Photoshop files. We have different product page elements. We have all sorts of assets there. I think we have a bunch of videos too of different products. So you can go crazy with your creatives. So we want to try to crowdsource creativity as much as possible. Or we want to give you stuff that we built out ourselves. We're going to start, I think we're going to have a subscription where we'll actually automatically mail you the new product, silently, even before it launches. So you'll have it the day a new product launches. You'll be able to take your own UGC photos and videos of that product. But then we'll also have the UGC services in-house. So we'll take photos and videos for you specifically for your design. Different strokes for different folks. We just want creativity to be maximized here. Okay, so John is saying the public seller portal. And this, I believe, this is also in the tool. We have a tools link, or sorry, it's called learning on the left side inside of ShineOn.com. And inside there, there's a page with all of the resources for ShineOn. And so we're constantly updating that tools page. Thanks, John. ShineOn.canto.com. Where it seems like there's duplicates in the catalog. Yeah, so I think during Christmas when that box was really taking off, some sellers requested making mahogany box only versions of the products. So there's no like choice for the buyer. It's just a straight sale, $70 to $90 product. That's just that mahogany box. And so that's why you're probably seeing potential duplicates in the catalog of the same product. It's because of the box. Is it possible to add a feature to see our sales date-wise? Yeah, Michael, I think we're doing that in analytics, right? The new analytics section.
Yeah, so you'll have a date selector, so you'll be able to choose a date range, and then the charts will all redraw. You can also download your sales data from inside the platform, and it'll have a date that the order came through. That's manual, but the automated way is coming.
Yep, exactly. We really think that analytics section is going to be super helpful in a number of different ways. Seeing the free sales is really important. Okay, we're doing like so much work for you guys. You guys probably just see like, oh shit, someone bought. I thought I shut this campaign down a month ago. We're trying to claw back these sales for you. We're going to start calling your customers with outbound calls that abandon. And we want to start visualizing all of that for you. We want to start visualizing your whole business. We want to add the Hyros tracking in there too. So you have better tracking and you can combat any iOS 14 changes as well. What about the ones that say limited time product? Yeah, that's probably BS. It's probably not limited time if it's still in there. But what we're going to start doing is, originally I had this goal of launching one new product a week. So like 50 new products a year with ShineOn. That's still the ultimate dream. If we get to 20 or 25 a year, I'll be pretty happy if they're winners. But when we only have so much money to spend for inventory here, right? Like we can't just keep adding unlimited products. So anytime we add a couple new winners, it's just like any store. We're going to kill the products that don't sell. We're going to liquidate them. The plan right now is actually to liquidate the worst sellers through post-purchase upsells. So we'll say, hey, Mr. Buyer, do you want to add this whatever product for like, $9.95 or $7.95 or whatever? You'll make a couple bucks through that. We'll break even, and everyone's happy because we can reinvest in new products that are selling hot.
Hey man, I'm actually gonna have to drop. I got another meeting I gotta go do. But I enjoyed hanging out with everybody, and hopefully I'll see you either this Friday or next Friday for my next Coffee with Michael session. So
I'll hang out for 5 more minutes. We still got 169 people live here. Or we could have a staring contest too. Oh, anyway, thanks, Michael. Okay, now you get the full zoom of the factory. There's a lot of stuff going on back here. Yeah, we want to get the ching sound for the platform sales. It's on our development roadmap to make just a ShineOn app, iPhone app. And the only reason for it to exist is so we can make our little chime sound or swoosh or whatever. We got to bring back the fun, keep sellers in the fun zone. It's not just about making money. It's about having fun too. Yeah, Michael's awesome, right? So happy that he joined our team. His coffee with Michael's are amazing. That guy is so smart. Yeah, love that cha-ching sound. Steven, man, it's good to see you again. It's been a couple years. I'm happy you're on here. Yeah, it would be cool. Maybe there'll be some extra benefit for you guys using the ShineOn app. Yes, into the app and the cha-ching. You guys rock. So it looks like there's actually more people joining after Michael left. We just went up 2 people live. We have 171 people live now. I don't know what it's showing for you, but actually what we do is we use StreamYard, and so we're able to go live on multiple channels at once. So I'm live on my personal Facebook. We're live on YouTube right now, and we're live inside ShineOn Profits on Demand. But we could actually go live in up to 10 channels at once. And so what I see for the live viewer count is usually more than what you're probably seeing, but we still have 160 people here. Check out StreamYard if you want to do something similar like this. We really like it. No, nothing is in New Jersey anymore. 100% of all production and fulfillment is in Florida right now. I know. Shopify was so smart to create that cha-ching sound in that app. That was what got me addicted to e-commerce when I first started. And yeah, I was the first seller for ShineOn too. I remember it was like Christmas of 2015, and I had the first version of the site on Shopify, and I was actually selling. I designed this Vespa scooter ring. If you Google scooter ring, you'll see it. But that first winter sold like $20,000-$30,000 worth of these Vespa scooter rings. And I was like, wow, there might actually be something here with this affinity-based jewelry selling on Facebook. The Yacht Mastermind. Yeah, so I want to start hosting masterminds down here pretty soon on the beach. Like Tampa Airport is, in my opinion, the best airport in America. It's super easy to get in and out of. Tampa is much cheaper, half price of New York or LA, and the weather is perfect. People are friendly. We're here, so you guys can actually hang out with us in our factory. I think we'll probably start with a few smaller events, but I'm also interested in doing a much larger ShineOn event or ShineCon for a conference. I could see us having a few hundred people here. That'd be really exciting. But what I want to do first is I think offer more products, get a little down the path of the custom domains, the pooling, offering more different theme styles and stuff like that. Then we'll really have a lot of content to work with if we did a live event. Yeah, so if you go back and watch the replay after this, I talk about some of the stuff that we're working on right now. So metal wall art, we call it handcrafted on demand, different leather products and wood products, a lot of Etsy style products that are personalized. Yes, we feel that it's incredibly important to move beyond jewelry because we feel like we have a really good handle on jewelry. We've definitely established ourselves as #1 in the space for fulfillment and print on demand. And we're excited about the challenge of some of these new product lines. Yeah, man, I remember your sales coming in. Jack was one of our sellers along with Ronnie, like one of our first 3D sellers. So we used to sell niche 3D products. We had a lot of good success. Those were fun times. It's just we were getting killed on the chargebacks because we were actually casting 3D. How it worked, the first version of ShineOn was we created these renders of various 3D products, and we did over 5,000 products like that. Then we would actually take the orders, export them to a CSV, and then send them over to a jewelry manufacturer. And so people were buying these products like crazy. It worked super well. But the issue is that because it took 3 to 4 weeks to create the item and get it back to the customer, even though the quality was like amazing, and we kept in touch with the buyer along the way, we were just still getting hit with chargebacks and Facebook and all that. And so doing that style of product on demand is super hard, super hard. Are there a lot of ClickFunnels users selling strictly in ClickFunnels? So we don't actually know, like when people upload their CSV orders, we don't actually know like where they're selling it. And a lot of times sellers won't tell us. They'll just upload it and that's fine. We're going to fulfill that product and, we're going to make our money, and that's fine. I think ClickFunnels, it could be really good for testing. It's just that like we invest so much research and money and conversion rate optimization in the native ShineOn product pages that like we just don't do any testing on ClickFunnels and long form pages. I think there could be potential for a long form page around the holidays with a lot of sappy copy and all of that. But yeah, we just haven't really focused on it. But if it's a great idea, I would try it out and see what you come up with. Okay. I did get a new truck. It's the ShineOn truck. It's a custom Jeep Gladiator. It's definitely a lot of fun. It's totally the Tampa vibe down here. There's not a lot of flash down here. People just like to enjoy life, and it's chill. And it's hot. That's why I got a Jeep, so I can take the top off. Hey, the niche optional field, I can never get that to work. Is it just me? I need to circle back. My team needs to circle back with you to get more specific around that. Okay. Okay, guys. I think that's it for now. I really appreciate your time. We still have over 150 people live. We've been going for over an hour and a half right now. If you have any questions, like just continue to comment on this live. I'll have my team reach out to you or reply to you in the comments section. And we'll do our best to engage with you there. So we want to help out. Let's keep the good times going. Mother's Day is definitely the number 2 selling period of the year. Actually, those peak Mother's Day, like before the deadline, those peak Mother's Day days are just as high as the end date for Christmas, as the maximum selling Christmas days too. So gear up for Mother's Day with ShineOn jewelry. We want to make it easy for you. Okay, we want to make it easy for you to make a ton of money around this time. All the message card products are working extremely well. Definitely try out the buyer photo upload products, where the gift giver, the purchaser, can add a picture of themselves to give to mom, right? There's a lot of really cool ideas around there. And thanks for spending time with me. I will keep you up to date with any new improvements as far as the custom domains go, the root domain stuff. Like I said, we're going to start moving sellers over from ShineOn.com into these new root domain pools, and it's going to protect your ad account. And we're really excited about the ability to do that for you guys. So yeah, thanks again for being part of the community. A lot of you guys have ShineOn t-shirts. If you don't have a ShineOn shirt, we will try to get a new batch going. I'm actually wearing this sort of sugar skull ShineOn limited edition shirt. Maybe we'll print some more of these. We have the same skull like in the back over here behind me in the factory. And yeah, man, I'll see you out there on the field. Appreciate you guys. Peace and love.